Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jan Moses, currently live streaming here on the YouTube, recording an episode of the Salary Cap Report so that we can go over the salary changes for Tuesday, February the 11th. Today's episode is actually the last one before All-Star content drops this upcoming weekend, which is going to be very interesting for a number of reasons. I think a lot of us are anticipating getting a bunch of players that could reshape the meta as we know it, not just for Showdown, but more than likely for salary cap as well. And if you're in the camp of people that believes that Dark Matters and Galaxy Opals shouldn't really affect salary cap all that much, all I'm going to say to that is tune in next week. Right now, I'm tentatively planning to drop this video on Monday. I'm going to be recording a video where I share my thoughts and project where I see salary cap going in Season 5. Obviously, I'm not going to know what the reward structure is going to look like, and I don't really want to speculate too much on that because to me, the rewards are going to be the rewards, whatever they're going to be. I'm assuming it's going to be a slightly modified version of what we have now. Maybe 2K gives us more opportunities to get Shattered Prize pieces for Opal option packs instead of just getting one Opal option pack this season in Season 4. Maybe we'll see that, but I don't really know. And for that reason, I'm not going to talk about that next week. I'm going to try to instead project where I see the team salary cap value going. We're currently at 18,500, obviously. And then talking about where I see people taking their lineups and how I see people potentially constructing their lineups. And the reason why I want to wait until Monday at the earliest to drop that episode, maybe even Sunday, is because I want to see what the all-star players look like. I want to see what the Dark Matters, assuming we get multiple Dark Matters, look like. I want to see what the Opals look like, especially maybe even the Pink Diamonds if we get any of those. Because I do think, especially the Opals and Pink Diamonds, we're going to be potentially seeing multiple of each. Maybe not all at the same time, but I think there's going to be a world where we can see competitive salary cap lineups with two Galaxy Opal players in it in Season 5. So stay tuned for that video. Also, today is the final Tuesday content drop day of Season 4, which I know is great news for a lot of you guys, myself included. I know the last couple of weeks, me personally, I liked at least one of the diamond options that we were able to grind for free. But overall, not a fan of how 2K did their Tuesday content drops this season, given that it seems like the whole point of it was for us to get every player in the set and then lock it in for a collectible that we would be able to put towards a Dark Matter pack, which if you got every collectible, you'll be able to get that pack today. So we're going to be talking about a couple of the diamond players in this set because there are a couple that do interest me, and why don't we start there? Brent Berry is a card whose hidden gem card I've had for a minute. I did not complete the agendas already, I promise you. I would say Brent Berry's probably the least inspiring of the three, which is pretty funny because I already have him. Tyreek Evans, I think, is going to be pretty high up there for a lot of people, especially if you are A, new to the game, or B, you play salary cap, because Tyreek Evans is going to fill that mold of a diamond or a decently rated 6'6" point guard, which is really nice, because if you compare him to guys like Dyson Daniels and Michael Carter-Williams, who a few of you guys might have. I have both of those cards. I'm not really able to play either of them without making some sacrifices in my lineup because both of those diamond cards are at 5,000 salary. Tyreek Evans, at least as of right now, is at 2,500, and the nice thing with him coming out on a Tuesday is if you still have to play more games in salary cap for round 3 to get to whatever your target point total is, Tyreek Evans is going to be at 2,500 salary for the rest of the week until Saturday morning. So That alone kind of makes me want to take him. You know, Mike Miller is really interesting to me too, just because, you know, his jumper is pretty nice. I have his Sapphire, and I can't say I loved his jump shot, but I also haven't really used the Mike Miller card since I started shooting consistently on high risk. So maybe I'll like it more now. I'm not really sure. Obviously, this Mike Miller card doesn't really have a lot when it comes to the defensive badges. But I do think that's a card that a lot of you guys may want to go with, especially if you don't really play salary cap or you have point guards that you already like to run in salary cap. You know, because Tyreek Evans, if he hits 5,000 salary on Saturday, you know, are you really going to be running Tyreek Evans unless you love his jumper? I don't know what that jumper is going to look like, but are you really going to want to run Tyreek Evans if he hits 5,000 salary? And then if you're someone like me who already has Dyson Daniels and Michael Carter Williams, like I'll probably choose to run Dyson over the other two guys if they're all at 5,000 salary, just because I think Dyson Daniels is 6'7", so he's a little taller. And I know Dyson Daniels has a really nice jump shot, and he is elite defensively. So for that reason, maybe I'll go Mike Miller. I'm not totally sure. Also, Mike Miller has 89 speed, which I kind of like, along with really good shooting ratings, obviously. And defensively, he's not an absolute disaster. I mean, 86 perimeter and 78 interior are honestly pretty respectable, I think. 82 steal is also not too bad. And I mean, that block rating, I don't really care about block rating on him. Rebounding is also really solid. Like, they made this card, you know, a very well-rounded card, and he can obviously shoot very well. His stamina is great. Speed is totally fine at 89. I'm honestly kind of shocked they made it that high, although this is Memphis Grizzlies Mike Miller and not Miami Heat Mike Miller. So, yeah, some pretty solid options. Let me know down below who you guys are leaning towards going with, because I'll probably get the... I'll get the pack, and then I'm going to maybe hold off on picking a player until I read chat or the comment section to see. Speaking of chat, since I am live streaming, I got to give some love to my guy Billy Goat, who just dropped into chat. I'm doing well, brother. Hope you're doing well as well. Good to see you in here. Yeah, honestly, the rest of this set is pretty uninspiring. I'm not going to really talk about the other players. I do want to briefly talk about the salaries of some of the top end players, like we do at the top of every single salary cap report episode. Let me very quickly just make sure that I am recording. I think my camera is behaving still. Yes, I'm recording. Hello, YouTube. All right. When it comes to some of these top end players, namely the Galaxy Opals, I just think 2K is kind of locked into keeping most players at the salaries that they're at when it comes to the Galaxy Opal tier, which I would say for like 95% of these players is 10K salary. For whatever reason, Anthony Davis is still at 8K, which I'll show you guys once we get to my lineup. I think the other trend that we're seeing is Galaxy Opal cards, when they come out on a Friday drop, they're going to stay at 8,500 salary for the first week. You can see Paolo Banchero, who was at 8,500 salary on Friday, still at 8,500 salary today. Same story with Paul George. Pete Maravich, for whatever reason, is at 10K, and then Zach LaVine is at 8,500. So you could argue the least desirable of all four of these Galaxy Opal cards is the only one that's at 10K salary, which is hilarious. I'll show this to you guys as well very quickly, because we always do. Giannis still at 10K. LeBron still at 10K. Let's take a look at Penny, also at 10K salary. If we go here to Season 2, Dr. J, Pink Diamond, 8K. Victor Wembanyama's Pink Diamond is still 8,800 salary. And then LeBron is at 8,000 salary as well. Now, one player from his collection that came out on day one of MyTeam, or I don't know if it was day one, the first Friday promo of MyTeam, Russell Westbrook, his diamond card is now down to 2,500 salary, which is very interesting for me because when it comes to salary cap, I've been predominantly running with my hero ball lineup, where I have Anthony Davis running at the power forward spot, because he is only eating up 8,000 of my team's salary as a Galaxy Opal, which is really not all that bad. But Russell Westbrook being at 2,500 gives me some flexibility to where if I were to bench Dyson Daniels in my other lineup, this lineup, my team ball lineup right here, that'll free up 2,500 salary for me to bolster other parts of my team. And for the most part, you know, in light of me talking about how we're not really seeing a lot of our players' salaries adjusted all that much, it's funny, the only players whose salaries were changed in my main salary cap lineup, which is the one you see on your screen right here, are these 3 players right here, my 3 golds off the bench. So if I go and adjust them right now and I find a gold point guard who I can run, we'll throw in Quinn Cook. We'll bench Robert Covington for Ed Ratliff. And then we'll bench Robert Williams for Vlade Divac. Just like that, we're back to 18,500. And this lineup, the lineup that I've been running since I started playing in round 3 over the weekend, is back to being kosher for salary cap, at least until this Saturday, the 15th. As for this lineup, again, we'll see. Part of me does kind of want to bring in Russell Westbrook and see what else I can do with this lineup. We're going to figure that out on stream. I'm not sure if I'm going to play any games on stream just because, like I've been mentioning in the past couple of videos, I don't have the laptop that I like to use for gameplays. I'm using an older laptop for this week, unfortunately. And so the gameplay videos are going to lag a little bit like it did, I believe, for the Pink Diamond Latrell Sprewell gameplay video, which was fun to record, but it was probably not fun to watch because of the lag, so I do apologize for that reason. But I think outside of that, I don't really have that much else I really want to talk about, which is nice because I feel like a lot of these salary cap report episodes have been going over 20 minutes, and I do feel bad about that. I also don't have any packs to really open. I did hit level 40, which is nice, but Dark Matter Dwayne Wade doesn't really do anything for us in salary cap, and that is totally fine. So we're going to just open up this 87 plus overall premium, get nothing out of it, and then move on with our day. But once again, let me know down below who... I don't think that card's going to play for us. Let me know who you guys are leaning towards picking out of this Finesse pack, this Finesse Diamond pack for these diamonds. I think I'm maybe kind of leaning towards Tyreke Evans, but I feel like Mike Miller may be the smarter move. I mean, a 6'8 shooting guard who can shoot like that and isn't awful on defense, if you have the defensive badges to spare, might not be the worst thing in the world. We're going to evaluate. Again, I'm kind of like, it's maybe 60-40 right now, with the 60% being Tyreke Evans. I just don't know if it's smart for me to pick Tyreke, where, you know, I have Michael Carter-Williams, who, as I told you guys in one of my previous salary cap report episodes, I view MCW as a long-term investment in terms of, like, you know, when I look at all these event cards that we've been getting from previous events, like, you know, the Lou Dort, the Reed Shepherds, the Jaime Jaquez Jr., cards like that, they usually come out that first week or, you know, 2 weeks with a salary that's maxed out. So like for Jaime, I guess he was at close to 5K, I think, you know, in the first couple of weeks that he was out. Same thing with Lou Dort and Reed Shepard. But now all those cards are closer towards the bottom value of, or the bottom value, the bottom of the barrel, lowest value salary for their respective tiers. So, you know, I don't know if I want to take Tyreke Evans, and then if Michael Carter-Williams on Saturday drops to 2,500 and Tyreke goes up to 5K, well, then I'm going to definitely take Michael Carter-Williams, and then I'm going to feel like I wasted a diamond selection on him. So we're going to take a look at both options, and I'll be taking a look at the comment section to see what you guys, what direction you guys are going with when it comes to the diamonds. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for rocking with me. Hopefully I'll get some more gameplay videos out for you guys. And again, stay tuned for next week. I'm going to be dropping a video that I don't really like to do on this channel because I don't really like to speculate all that much about future content. I'll do it from time to time, but I don't like to do it consistently, and we're going to still, in light of that, try to put out a video that I hope will be somewhat informative and helpful for you guys as we gear up for season 5 and what salary cap could look like in that season. Once again, appreciate and love you guys. Until next time, I'll see you later.